I am Sherry Griffith, your virtual specialist for middle grades health and physical education. In this webinar series, we will be focusing on strategies for accommodating learners. The purpose of this webinar series is to help educators to accommodate learners' differences in needs while facilitating instruction. This includes using effective strategies and resources during instructional planning, using relevant research-based instructional strategies to engage students and to facilitate the students' acquisition of key knowledge and skills, to provide appropriate content for developing skills and for differentiating instruction which challenges and supports each student's learning, and for creating a student-centered academic environment in which teaching and learning occur at high levels and students are self-directed learners. In this session, we will be focusing on integrating technology for middle school students in the PE classroom that helps students to demonstrate knowledge and skills to maintain a health-enhancing level of physical activity and fitness, that helps students to demonstrate ways to track activity and progress using journals, computer software, apps, or other methods to make indicated adjustments, that helps students to demonstrate ways to increase levels of moderate and vigorous physical activity, or MVPA, in daily routines, and to help students demonstrate responsible personal and social behavior, self-expression, positive social interaction, and to recognize the value of physical activity for health, enjoyment, and challenge. My top 5 technology integration methods are not necessarily in any order, but aim to help as effective strategies for relevant and appropriate content to support the occurrence of high levels of teaching and learning in the PE classroom and to facilitate a student-centered academic learning environment which supports self-directed learners.
Top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Top 5.
Number 5 of my integrating technology in the PE classroom top 5 list are these incredible resistance bands, which are made of cloth material and have a belt loop to expand to fit all sizes of students. They are a fun and safe way for middle school students to demonstrate ways to increase levels of moderate and vigorous physical activity, or MVPA, in daily routines, such as walking, jogging, running, shuffling, skipping, squatting, jumping jacks, or even push-ups. These resistance bands also help students to demonstrate knowledge and skills to maintain a health-enhancing level of physical activity and fitness, such as increasing their levels of flexibility, muscular strength, and muscular endurance, the components of the Georgia Fitness Assessment Program. In the following video, my students are participating in a large group activity after school with their new technology as part of a class project in which they have turned their classroom into a fitness center and invited their principals, other students, and members of the community to work out with them. To demonstrate health advocacy, responsible personal and social behavior, self-expression, and positive social interaction, and to demonstrate that they recognize the value of physical activity for health, enjoyment, and challenge. Number 4 of my integrating technology in the PE classroom top 5 list is the Google Slide. my go-to communication tool for collaboration and learning management. We're accommodating 21st century learners' differences in needs in a middle school PE classroom, and one effective strategy and resource that helps students to demonstrate tracking activity, using journals, or making indicated adjustments is by using this app. My favorite way to use the Google Slides app is for students to have an interactive electronic class notebook. I create a slides presentation for my first unit during my instructional planning. I incorporate appropriate content for developing skills such as interactive charts, diagrams, links to resources, and media content to engage students and to facilitate the students' acquisition of key knowledge and skills, including rubrics, choice assignments, checklists, and links to assessments. I make a copy of the slides presentation, exclude any parts I don't want immediately accessible to students. I give it a name and share the presentation with students by typing their name in the box that says Add People. The students receive the presentation immediately in their own Google Slides app and via email on their student device or on their cell phones. The presentation on the screen is accessible via a link in a class notebook presentation. Students are able to make their own copy of a slide or a whole presentation that they can share with other classmates and with me while working independently or in a group to create their own media, journal, track activity, indicate adjustments, document progress, complete projects, challenge one another, or even assess one another's skills in development. Students can share their personal slides presentation back to their teacher as an editor, and the teacher can assess and provide feedback directly on the presentation. The teacher can update the class notebook presentation with samples of student work, make the presentation unique and personal for each class by making a copy and sharing it only with that class, or even to the girls in the class and to the boys in the class. The teacher can continue to update the same class notebook presentation when progressing to the next unit by starting a new chapter. The first unit or chapter can remain as a learning artifact, or the teacher can elect to start a new presentation for the new unit. Some of the benefits of integrating technology using the Google Slides app include the instant transmission of communication or course content, the ability to share with individuals, small groups, or large groups. Google Slides are accessible via a QR code and can also be less interactive. The teacher has the ability to remove accessibility to the document and within the document. For example, some teachers insert a giant rectangle on top of the slide and color the shape of the rectangle with the color choice transparent while creating the document so that viewers who make copies can only touch the invisible rectangle inserted on top, rather than the actual slide. The teacher then highlights the links and media on the slide, right-clicks, and selects Bring to Front so the links or media sit above the invisible rectangle and the rest of the presentation stays beneath the invisible rectangle. Some more benefits include the ability to insert links, upload files and media, the ability to edit, to create within the presentation, and the ability for changes to show up real time everywhere the original link is being viewed. At most, the web page may need to be refreshed. Every presentation anyone has come in contact with remains available in your Google Suite as long as you have access to your Google account. I also use a Google Slides presentation to share with families. I share links, announcements, contact information, upcoming events and opportunities, curriculum night documents, syllabi, and media using a slides presentation for families as a bulletin board to check for updates and to refer back to when needed. Please visit the Georgia Department of Education community website at community.gadoe.org for more helpful tips to collaborate, connect, share thoughts, or resources for teachers and administrators. Thank you for viewing, and we hope you enjoyed our webinar.